Am I the asshole for calling my kid selfish? John.
No.
Whoa.
Am I the asshole for calling my kid selfish? Okay. I'm up one this episode so far, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with yeah, you're the asshole. I feel like the vibe that I'm getting is this is a story we had way back when it was like a parent who essentially was calling their kid selfish because they wouldn't give them money for their beer. I have a feeling it's this type of like scenario-ish where like a kid is not contributing to the finances of the house or something.
Alex, are you sticking with your answer?
I am, and I have 3 beautiful words to say. Fuck them kids.
All right. Let's get into it.
Fuck them kids. Fuck
You're
them
really,
kids.
it's either Sean's going to be down 4 by the end of this episode.
I don't want to talk about it.
Or you'll
Sorry.
catch up.
I don't want to talk about it.
Next time you'll have to ask like Linz or someone who's a parent who has a lot
True.
more empathy.
All right. So I have 3 kids, ages 7, 8, and 10. My sister has 2 kids.
Oh,
Ages
yeah,
7
you're calling 7,
and
8, 10 selfish already?
Yeah.
They don't even know how to draw like within the line half the time. God damn, how could they be selfish?
They probably don't know how to spell their last names.
True that. They still spell the E backwards or some shit.
I think 7, 8, 9-year-olds do be spelling their names, right? I mean, I think.
Oh, I don't know. You never know. I don't know. We don't have kids.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We also, yeah. Important caveat, guys. I saw a comment recently that was like, I could tell y'all don't have kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You are absolutely right.
We do our best, but I feel like every time we do a story with kids, we're always like, let it be known. We actually don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I enjoyed that dink life.
Oh, yeah. Being a dink is great.
It's the best.
All right. So we went on vacation together recently, and we took the kids to a zoo that also had a few rides. The kids went on the rides while my sister and I got coffee nearby. Also, we're just, I don't know, maybe it's because I live in America. I'd be scared to leave my 10-year-olds in charge of 5 other kids or 4 other kids. But, you know, in Japan, this would be totally fine. I feel
totally.
like, I don't know,
yeah.
maybe just in America, I've been taught to be weary.
Yeah.
As we should.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of
anyways,
podcasts for that, people.
That's besides the point. We told them to meet us. Ooh, my apologies. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Is it done?
You tell us, brother.
Take a sip of the wallet. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, take a sip.
We told them to meet us at a certain table when they were done. My 8-year-old came back much earlier than her siblings/cousins. I asked if the ride scared her, and she said, no, she just skipped the lines. I asked her for clarification, and she said, when there was an extra space on the ride, they asked for single riders to come up to the front, so she did that for all 5 rides. I told her that the point of going out with her siblings and cousins is to have fun with them, and that it was selfish of her to leave them so she could cut the line. I told her I understand why she doesn't have many friends if this is how she acts all the time. And she started to cry and ran to my sister. My sister,
Sorry, brother, you were down 4.
yeah,
Alex, you're doing him dirty.
but no pressure, Alex. It's fine.
It's done. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
I won for the month. It's only It's only halfway done. It's over.
It's over.
I still stand by my.
My sister ended up buying her ice cream and said that I was too harsh. She then told my husband, and he's now mad at me for speaking to her like that. Am I the asshole for calling my daughter selfish?
You're saying no, Alex?
Oh,
Hot take.
hot take.
Oh,
I think it's good to teach kids to wait in line patiently, and to wait your turn. I look, I'm not a parent. I have probably zero say in this, and yeah, I also am just dying because it's like I can picture the scene. Well, I can see why you don't have any friends. Like,
Up until that point, I was like, "You're not the asshole," and then as soon as that line was uttered, I was like, that you did it there. You did it there for me."
See, that part I'm not a fan of. That could have been an inside thought, and you just
intrusive
educate
thoughts
them.
be winning over a lot of times.
Yeah.
I honestly would not be mad at the kid for saying, technically they didn't skip the line because that line was, or that seat was offered to them as a single rider. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they ditched their siblings.
But I'm pretty
John
sure
fucking
after the ride's
hates
over,
John.
and this is me. This is my
John.
only child coming in.
Yeah,
Okay. If someone had told me like, "Hey, you can come in, you can cut in line earlier because there's an open seat," you goddamn right, I'm gonna take it.
You're
And
with
this
all
kinda
the
took me-
homies. They're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see like the picture when we fall down the." You're like,
baby boy, if I'm like, and this goes to my adult life too. When I have like a TSA pre-check and all my homies don't,
That's different.
bitch, I'm leaving every.
That's
No,
different.
it's not. It's the same. It's like a fast pass. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like available to them.
yeah, but
And they
nobody
took
goes to the
advantage
airport
of the
for
situation.
fun. You're going to
Yeah.
hang out at the fucking theme park or zoo. You're not going to
I will
hang
say
out
this
at the
though.
airport.
I will say this. Once that ride's over, I will meet up with John and tell y'all how much fun I had. Okay, like,
That's
and this
crazy.
is me being selfish
absurd.
as an only child. People, I see some of y'all comments and they be hurtful sometimes. This is my experience, okay? So as for me, that's not an asshole behavior. Like the kid the kid was just presented like, hey, there's an open seat. That doesn't make them an asshole. To me, that makes them resourceful
Or an opportunist.
and an opportunist as well.
They're probably going to end up being the president of the United States. Just saying.
They're gonna go far in life because it's
Yeah.
like,
All right, I'm gonna
they're
disagree
bold,
with John,
you know?
but also agree.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think the kid's an asshole. They're 8. I mean, they don't know that much better. I think this was, like Alex said, a good moment to teach them, like, hey,
Mhm.
if you're out with people, you should be with people. You know what I mean? Like, if you're out for that reason,
Couldn't be me.
John is an only child. Strange. But if you're out with people, you should be with people. Like, if I'm going on the Millennium Falcon ride at Disney World, I'm not going to ride it with a bunch of strangers. I'm going to ride
I
it with
will.
my
Peace
friends
out.
that I'm in line with. That
See ya.
doesn't sound fun to me,
Peace.
per se.
The fuck
But
out.
yeah, I think this was a good learning moment. You know, you could have stopped at like, I don't think,
Mhm.
you know, like now is the time to hang out with your cousins. That's what we're here to do. So you should hang out with your cousins.
Quality
Yeah,
time.
but then whenever you're like, I could see why you don't have many friends. Like if you know she doesn't have a lot of friends, don't fucking
keep that upstairs in the old noggin.
go off on your 8-year-old. I mean, it's hard out here to make
Yeah.
friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Because that
That's why I don't
8-year-old
have any.
that's crazy.
That 8-year-old's gonna need therapy later.
at the theme park
Because I leave them all the time. You damn right.
Jesus. But yeah, the mom had sort of good intentions up, much like a ride. Had good intentions up, and then it hit the climax and fucking dropped as a
Yep.
parent.
It's a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
absolutely.
Even then, I wouldn't have called her selfish. I would have just been like, "Hey, you know, we're out, be out." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't abandon your group or whatever. But yeah, as soon as she was like, "You're selfish and you don't have any fucking friends, you loser," and then you're like, "Everyone's mad at me," all of a sudden. Like, of course, I think.
that I mentioned this before. Kids probably gonna need therapy because like
Oh,
later
for
on they're gonna be like,
real?
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm selfish. My mom told me this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. The more we talk about it, the more I'm like, oh,
And
asshole
now
behavior.
that kid is affected for life and they're going to be people
Yeah.
pleasers
Yeah.
and it's going to
Yeah.
suck for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
yeah.
Luckily, though, it sounds like they have a father that is like on their side in this situation. So hopefully, this was just a one-time intrusive thoughts got the victory, and the rest of the time is good times. But yeah, I think the mom was the asshole.
Just do it!
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean.